And welcome back to Realmscraft. This is Steve Johnson, and last time I promised that I would show you around our site. So the sun is coming up, and the woods are full of monsters, but the site is ready to be looked at. So the first thing you should notice is that this looks very much like the Queen of Hearts site. It's got the tavern. We've got a little live chess grid here. We've got a bridge, we've got a castle built up. It should be pretty familiar. Oh, it's got spiders apparently and skeletons. I'm in creative mode, so they're not attacking me because I figured this might be a easier walkthrough for you guys if I wasn't running from monsters constantly. So let's go in. First thing I want to show you is that there is a newbie arms and armor bin. You can go in there and take a set of leather armor and a sword and a piece of bread, or 8 pieces of bread. That should do you for a while. And there's a lost and found bin. Who knows what you'll find in there, but definitely take a look. And up here in the archery area is, well, archery supplies. So you can take what you need, and then you'll be prepared to adventure out into the world. Here we have our rules, although I do encourage you to look on Rhiassa.com and actually read the full rules and read all the other stuff we have up there about the server. Because we definitely are serious about trying to have a fun environment for everyone to play in, and we'd really like you to read those and adhere to them. So the first thing I'm going to do, I don't need to sign a waiver, I run the server, I won't sue myself. Let's just take a quick look around here. And the individual tourneys are run here, as always. We have our pheasant pen, do not disturb or we risk losing the site. And let's see, do we have any? There are no pheasants. I think someone's letting the pheasants out. Because every time I come in here, there are pheasants. I replace the pheasants, and then I hear reports that they're all gone. That's okay, I'll replace them later. So, a spider. Okay, let's go walk to Cold Springs. And as we walk, I will tell you a little bit about what's going on here. So when you hit this server, you generally want to find a place to live. If you haven't played this game before, I highly recommend you play some single player so that you can get used to the idea of crafting items and just the basics on how it works. You also probably would do well to watch some of the videos that are out there. The Rhiassa.com Minecraft site has a resources page that has a ton of different videos that you can look at, some of which will give you some really useful information on how to survive in this world. It looks like a very simple game, but there's actually a lot of layers to it. So you can really get pretty deep into it if you choose to go down that rabbit hole. So we've got a little walk through the woods. This is dangerous territory if you're just walking around and you're not an op, which of course I am, and if you're just trying to get to Cold Springs, because the monsters will come out of the woods and they will attack you and you may die. One funny thing about this game is that it broadcasts your death across the world, so everyone sees that you were slain by a skeleton or fell in lava or whatever you did. So that's always a little bit of amusement when you see someone perish, in a sympathetic way, of course. So Cold Springs in Rhiassa is a proper, medieval nation. It's a medieval fantasy LARP, the realms. So we have field after, acres and acres of wheat fields and other crops. There are some cattle. There's all kinds of good stuff. So the fields that are not filled up yet will eventually be filled up. You can see there's a barn or a farmhouse in the distance there. One funny thing about this game is that the Minecraft engine, or the game engine, uses this thing called a biome system, where areas of the map will be different biomes, and this happens to be an Arctic biome, I would assume, or possibly Arctic hills. But for Rhiassa, we've sort of leveled the world and created this starting point. And the one thing we couldn't override was the biome system. So you're going to find some weird spots where you've got ice or you wouldn't notice other biomes. Mostly the ice one is the real distracting one because it's just weird looking. But we may be able to change that eventually. Right now we're sort of stuck with it. So as we walk towards this huge structure, this is Cold Springs. Yep, and that is a cow. Hello, cow. Um, and the first thing I want to tell you is that we've got a little uh, information booth or information welcome building here. And eventually we'll have more stuff here. We've got just a bunch of instructions for what to do in the city. I won't spoil your fun by showing you, but definitely stop in here, and we'll use this as a place to put stuff for new players. And over here is an important building. This is the Hall of Nations, and this is a building we've set up to allow for access to other lands, because one of the purposes of this project is to build other lands. So we have portals set up so you can easily get to all the other nations in the realms, in no small part because part of this game is about playing together. And if we want to reconvene and go off and adventure or do something, we want to be able to get around. So if we're all going to go quest up to, Castle Ravensloft, up near Eaglesrook, well, this is a way to get there. And I will show you real quick that there are definitely people out there doing fun stuff. Also, it's not just Rhiassa. As you can see, Castle Shimmeron. But I will not spoil the fun and show it to you right now. We will actually do spotlights. When the Shimmeron area is close to finished and they're ready, those guys will give me the word, and we will do a spotlight where you can see Castle Shimmeron in all of its glory. But I wouldn't want to show it to you when it's unfinished. The blank spots here will eventually be filled up with heraldry representing those nations. It's something I've been working on with the server company, try to get that set up. And let's go look in Cold Springs. So when you come onto the server, you're going to want to find a place to live. And you can claim any house in Rhiassa or any house in Cold Springs pretty much freely, as long as it's not claimed by someone else. And when you claim it, yeah, that's not my ball's on fire. I'm just standing on nothing there. Sorry. You can put up a sign and say that a house is yours. Any Rhiassan members have precedence, but there aren't a lot on the server right now, so I think you're pretty free to claim houses. And the gates of the city, by the way, do open and close. And if you try to open them and it doesn't work, it means that the Lord has thrown the master switch and all the gates are closed. But I doubt that'll happen very often. So this is Cold Springs, and you can see that here's an unclaimed house. I've gone to great lengths to make sure that all the houses are fairly well put together. We have kitchen sinks of a sort, and we have furnaces where you can actually cook food. And what's up here? We got a second floor in this particular one. They're all different. I tried to make them all fairly unique. This one's kind of dark up here. I'm wondering if there's mobs spawning. Mobs do spawn based on darkness, so if your house is not properly lit, you could find monsters in there when you come home. In general, the town is pretty well lit. Okay, I'm not going to show you every house. You can explore them for yourself. We have a community board where we're going to put postings of anything of note for players. For example, digging within the city limits is prohibited, in no small part because the wiring essentially that controls the gates to the city all routes back to a master switch at Lord Aston's Manor, and that goes under the city. We also have sewers that are under the city. So don't dig, please. Let me see. There is a shop district that I will show you if I can find it. This is the Drunken Squire Inn, and that's, well, I think it was named after Lord Daoud, but he was a squire once, And if you go in the inn, you can sort of go around this way, and up here are the rooms. You can grab a room. Let's see, vacant. I wonder if any of them are taken. Let's see. Occupied, need name. So someone did set foot in here and claim it, but they had stuff in chests, but I don't think they ever, maybe they went off and forgot about their stuff, I don't know. And the Drunken Squire Inn and Tavern is a tavern also. So down here you'll see we've got, oh, there's a wonderful little picture of Rhiassa. This is a Rhiassan tavern after all. And here is the fire and a beautiful place to sit down with a friend and read a good book or drink some beer and wine. So yeah, I've gone to great lengths to try to make this a pretty fun environment for you guys to play in. But really the most fun I've found is building, so I'm expecting you guys are going to want to build also, rather than just come and live in Rhiassa. Although you're welcome to. We're happy to have guests. And honestly, having a house in Rhiassa for now while you're building your lands is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't want to live in Cold Springs, which is our capital city, you can also live in Fallon's Crossing or in Southland or Oregoth, or in any one of the many countryside farmhouses that are sort of dotting the landscape. I told you I was going to show you the shop district. Where is that? Let me see. I think it's this way. Yes, here we go. All right. This is the shop district. We have a mod on the server that allows you to buy and sell stuff. So there's a smithy and a bakery and a butcher. So you can actually get food and stuff if you need to, if you have money. And the Gilded Lion, which is the Rhiassan shop. And there's all kinds of things you can buy here. So for example, you can buy arrows. And all kinds of other things. And I've tried to stock it with stuff that's a little harder to find. And there's a currency exchange. So if you have money in your hand, I can actually show you because I'm an admin and I will just abuse my privileges here. Hold on a second. You won't think less of me, will you? There we go, 64 silver. Boom. 64 silver. If I click the gold thing, it starts converting. So every 10 becomes 1 gold. And there we go. And now I've got 6 gold. And every 10 gold becomes 1 mithril. So boom. Wait, not that one. There we go. And now I've got 1 mithril. In the traditional Minecraft game, we've got diamonds. In this, we have mithril. So that's all I'm going to show you for now. Let me fly a little bit and give you a good view here. So that is Cold Springs, and I hope you come visit. We would love to have you. There's plenty of places to settle, and you can also work on your own lands whenever you want to, really. In future episodes, I will talk about how to do the mapping, and we'll start working on tutorials for terraforming. So how to figure out where your lands start and end, and how to actually do the work to convert your land from whatever it is now, which might be ocean, might be plains, might be swamps, into what you think your land should actually look like. Because we're trying to recreate the realms in theory, not just make up a Minecraft world to play in. So, thank you for watching, and until next time, I may not see you on the field, but I'll be with you in spirit, and hopefully my knee and my back will be feeling better soon and I'll be out there. But until then, I will be here, and I guess hit him back first, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.